You're balanced on a bunch of BTS albums, so if you fall, that's disrespectful. You've been warned. So, firstly, I can't see shit. I don't know what I'm filming. That's your problem. Point is that I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being in this house. I'm tired. I'm lonely. I'm bored. I haven't put proper clothes on till today because I decided I was going to be productive. And y'all, the shit that happens to me. Hannah, you were right. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to speak to a camera like a psychopath in my room alone. Firstly, it's story time, bitches. I speak like a Wattpad writer. I'm writing my own fan fiction constantly, right in my brain. Any story I tell, it's a fan fiction. I hate to break it to you, but that's just how it be sometimes. So, I was like, what story am I going to tell? Because life is difficult and you have to make big decisions in life. So I thought I would tell a basic one. An early one that requires a little bit of context. I was in high school last year. I dropped out. Gang gang. Point is, we went to go look at the unis to see our options. And we're in the city. We're going to RMIT. We're just looking around. I go to RMIT now. Don't dox me. Point is, I'm there with my boys. We've got one boy, my best boy. Best friend, love her to bits. She can be very shy. Other boy, we got gamer boy, nerd boy, online, presence boy. Then we have the 4'8" girl, Filipino. I love her, I do. She calls me mum. She's my daughter. I raised her from birth, clearly. Ooh, a forehead. But she's so short, and she can be so incredibly stupid at times. And I love her. I love her for it, I do. But she has no sense of direction. So when you're walking with her, she will just grab onto your arm, latch a bitch on. You're in charge of her now. She gets lost, that's your fault. No one else's. I don't want to hear anything about how I do my makeup either. Miss me. But she is so small. I could genuinely, she holds onto your elbow, she's that tiny. She's 4'8", did I say that? Anyway, 4'8", tiny as shit. We go to Starbucks, we get a drink, it's starting to rain, we have to get back to our meeting place at RMIT very soon. So she's drinking a little Starbucks, got a little straw in there. She's hanging onto my elbow to direct, because she'll literally get lost. Literally, she would wander around the city in the wrong direction for an hour if she could. Because she's just I'll find it one day. She never finds it. She gets lost, she stays in the city for the rest of her life. That's just how it be. That's just how it be. So, we're wandering around. We're time to go. She's got her Starbucks in one hand, my fucking elbow in the other. And we go out, venture in the rain, take a little wander, trying to work out where we're supposed to be, because we don't fucking know. We're from the country, boy. We don't know what a road is. What's a road? Never seen one before. Buildings? So we're walking, it's raining, she's got a Starbucks in one hand. Did I mention she's clumsy? Because you're about to find out. She literally trips, takes me down with her, into a puddle, drops her Starbucks. I try and save it with one hand, but her straw's gone. So at this point, she can't drink it anyway. But I was so dedicated to grabbing that Starbucks, if I did not grab it, it was going to be a tragedy. I didn't know what was going to happen, but something bad. So I've got a cup in one hand, her arm in the other. We're both sitting in a puddle in the middle of the pouring rain. I'm like, your Starbucks. And she goes, I can't drink it. I don't have my straw. And I'm like, what the fuck did I save this for? So we're sitting there. Our friends have walked off. Best boy, nerd boy, gone. They looked back and they were like, not my problem. I love them. They're genuine people. But they were like, fuck no, not today. Which I can respect. So they're off in the distance, just minding their own business. And we're minding our own business. Let me say it, we're not loud people. We're not. Genuinely shy baby boys. And this guy on a skateboard comes just zooming through. And we're not in the middle of the footpath. We're on the side. These are Melbourne footpaths, so they're big. There's plenty of room for this boy on a skateboard. But he comes towards us. And he slips in a puddle and just falls off of his skateboard into a puddle. So now all of us are in the ground. In the ground? On the ground. In a puddle. In the pouring rain. And he looks at us, and we're still fretting over the Starbucks cup. We're not looking at him. We don't give a shit. And he just calls us faggots and gets up and skates away. Do faggots sit in rain? Do faggots drink Starbucks? What was it? Was it because she was holding my elbow? What? Was it because you fell off your skateboard? Were you scared? Were you embarrassed? Did you fall because of us? Was this my fault? Why are we faggots? How did we get here? Genuinely, how did we get here? She's not gay. I'm gay. I'm hella bi. Not once have we ever done anything romantic other than holding elbows. Literally, bro. I don't know what this guy's issue was. But now we're faggots. He skated away. We're all wet. Me and Angie, 4'8" girl, now laughing in a puddle because we don't know what the fuck is going on. We just kind of looked at each other and were like, did that just happen, ho? But it did. So we get up. We go find our friends. Because we're late now. We're so late. We have places to be. We have a uni to be in. Trying to pass year 12 at this point. So we get there finally. I'm exhausted. We're sitting in a building trying to find the right one because this is not the right building. So we're like looking in all the alleyways, standing under the thing. I'm still confused. We're still confused. We're panicked. We don't know what just happened, but we have to find our room. So we find what we think is the road. We look down it. It is a shady, dark alleyway in the middle of the pouring rain that has made the whole city go dark. We are soaked. I have a Starbucks that is useless without a straw. We don't have a straw. Sorry, turtles. We threw that in the bin, by the way. No fucking animal abuse. And we look down here and we go, oh, that looks like we're going to get murdered. Genuinely a thought that crossed our mind. Genuinely what we said. That was where we were going to die. To which Nerd Boy looks at me. Dead set looks at me and goes, you go down there, see if it's the right place. And I was like, excuse me? You're going to send me in the alleyway by myself? And she was like, I don't want to die. And I was like, I don't want to die. I've already been called a faggot today. You go do something. And she was like, no. And I was like, can't I have someone come with me? And Angie was like, yeah, the fuck? I'll just go with her. And I was like, yes, because if we're going to die, we're going to die in pairs. And Amber was like, that's stupid. You die in pairs. You're dead. Forever. 2 of you. And I was like, yeah, but 2 of us, better chance to fight him off. Plus, we're faggots anyway, so what's going to stop us? We did eventually find this room. Turns out the reason why she told me to go was because she thought I could fight them off, not because she wanted me dead, which is more polite. But that's not what she said at the time. At the time, it was just, if you died, I wouldn't mind. You know, that kind of vibe. We get there. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go home. Which is a 45-minute train ride, so it's not happening anytime soon. I've been called a faggot. I've had a day. I got sent down an alleyway to die by my boys. You know how it be. I miss them. I miss the homies. I miss them trying to throw me in an alleyway and kill me. You know? It's bonding. It's genuine bonding. This is just going to turn into me how much I miss my homies. I miss them. I miss them so much. I'm getting a Switch, and I'm going to get Animal Crossing, and I'm going to get Mario so we can all play it together when we finally are allowed to leave our houses. If we lived together, wouldn't be that big of a deal. But we don't. We live so far apart. And I can't go there, and they can't come here, because we're good people who follow the law. But that also means that now we have to suffer, because I can't see them! And I'm going bonkers. And uni doesn't feel real. Oh, moral of that story, we lived. We're faggots. If you fall in a puddle, you're a faggot. If you drop your Starbucks, you're a faggot. If a guy on a skateboard in front of you falls over, sorry boys, you're a part of the gays now. You're stuck with us for life. It's a long, long membership. Furthermore, I had a creepy encounter at a train station in the city. Same city, what's up, gang gang. I was just trying to find my train, you know, reading the fucking train board. As you do. And I was like, there it is, I'll go catch it. After uni, I'm soaked. It's another rainy day because that's all that fucking happens here. And I'm tired. And I want to go home. And I'm just trying to find a train. I've got my books in my hand. We're looking like a whole child. A child. I do. I look like a child. I have a baby face. Nothing about me screams adult. I am 18, turned 18 in January. And this man, full on, beard, old, overweight, mid-40s probably. Point is, it's very clear that he is older than me, and it's very clear that I am a child. But he doesn't get the memo. He comes up and he's like, do you have time? And I'm like so used to like buskers and homeless people and like people just preaching their religion and shit, and I love to listen to them. So I was like, time for what? You know, like, what are you going to sell me? I was like so into it because I do this all the time. Because I have no boundaries and I will talk to anybody who talks to me, and that is a problem. That's a personal issue that I have to deal with. Hang on, I'm fucking lost it. Got it. Okay, point is... No, I didn't. Now I got it. This man, after I was like, for what? He was like, good question. Goes silent. I was like, that's fucking weird. He goes, how old are you? And I was like, 18? And this man genuinely under his breath goes like, fuck. And I'm like, that's fucking weird. I look 18. How old did you think I was? Don't act like you didn't know I was a child. And he's like, what are your hobbies? And I was like, drawing. I like to play video games and go to uni. And he was like, would you consider going out for coffee with me one day? And I was like, no. And he's like, we could like, no, you wouldn't be into that. And I was like, no, I need to go. I might go get lunch and then catch my train home. And because I wasn't about to get straight on that train. What if he followed me? I was very freaked out. And he was like, oh, can I buy you lunch? And I'm like, my dude, can you read the room? Please don't buy me lunch. You're like old enough to be my dad. Genuinely. So I was like, no. I was already walked away at this point. I was a fair couple meters away when he was like, can I buy you lunch? And I'm like, normally not one to turn down a free meal. But also, I think my friends would roast me forever if I ever got kidnapped. Because they'd be like, that would happen to you. That's a you problem. And they're right. It would happen to me. And it would be a me problem. Because I make terrible decisions. So this one time I was like, I'm going to be an adult and say no to going with the stranger to lunch. So I did. And I got on my train and I made it home without dying, and we should all be very proud of me. Because that is an incredible feat, to be honest. Because I should have died by now. I should have. Genuinely should have. If not by my own hand, by someone else's. If I die, if I get murdered or kidnapped, I have a mirror over there. If I get murdered or kidnapped, that shit's on me. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if he got away with murder, or she got away with murder, or they got away with murder. Murder doesn't discriminate. But it'd be my own fault. They caught me slipping. I gave them the chance to kill me. They took it. Genuinely. I would probably make someone a murderer. They just meet me and they're like, yeah, this is my new hobby. And that is my fault. And they don't need to go to jail for that, because I'd murder me too. Genuinely. I'm easy prey, I get it, you know? Sometimes people just like are murderable. Not to like play down actual people who have died, but like if I was to die, I kind of brought it on, you know? I'm aware. I know. I'm the kind of bitch that would get in a stranger's car. Genuinely. I am. And I've accepted that as a part of my life. So, if I was to die... This is the wrong brush, I'm stupid. If I was to die, it's my fault. They can go free. I don't mind. If they killed someone else, jail. Death penalty. We don't have that, but anyway. I would understand. It's understandable. Sometimes you just need to have big crackhead energy, and sometimes it's bad for you, and sometimes that means that people are understandable when they kill you, inevitably, because it will happen, inevitably. I will die, eventually, and if it's murder, we all saw it coming. That's all I'm saying. We did. We all saw it coming. I'm not sick anymore as well. I thought I had the virus for a second. Didn't. Had the flu. Haven't had the flu in years. But we lived, and that's the point. I should have an ASMR channel, that'd be bomb. Anyway, we fucking did it. This is the cutest I've looked in like since this happened, I've been at home alone. I'm bored. I miss you, my homies. Hit me up. I'll fucking tell you another batshit story next time. Gang gang.